Jarue is going to be here soon. What's up, y'all? My name is Carlita. This is Philly Service Announcement. Takeover Tuesday Takeover. Every Tuesday, 5 p.m. Glockwood Radio. Art, social activism, and I know he's gonna kill me. I know I should know this. Okay, well, we're just gonna go with it today.
Make sure y'all get my gifts. I accept gifts. This whole show is about gift giving to me. That's what it's about today. As y'all can see, Raw Cannon not in the building. You know what I'm saying? She about to have real live birthday behavior too. Oh. I ain't even lit yet. And I'm hyped. I ain't even lit. Life is good. I'm turning 45 and they're telling me I look 35. That's a gift in and of itself. So this is PSA. Why is you whispering? Where you going? Sit your butt down. Not today. Today you gotta do what I'm asking you to do. So this is Philly Service Announcement. Takeover Tuesday Takeover. Love, support, grace, social activism, resources, and art. I am the assist. This is Carlita. My dog, little sis. Carlita gotta get an African name, y'all. It's a very big deal. And my nephew Anwar gotta get an African name. Me and him had that conversation maybe 2 days ago. As y'all can see, Raw Cannon, Nick, the queen, wife, master, you know what I'm saying, just overall thorough black woman. She not here today, or she might be on her way, I don't know. But we got real lives, real jobs, even though we love this show. Shout out to Two for creating this all black platform. You know what I'm saying? I know it's not all black people that be on here, but he's a black man. This is a platform he owns, he created, he been doing it for a minute, you know, and we really, really appreciate that. So I'm gonna get right into it. So everybody knows about, cause you know, I don't like to do current, I don't know if you watch the show, one of my 40, 50, sometime 100, you know, we done got up there in the hundreds a couple times. I know it don't mean nothing to a lot of people, but you know, when you go to, YouTube, you can just put Philly Service Announcement and my big head will pop up. And that's something to me. Not that I don't like shouting out Glockwood Radio, because we do that all day, every day. Make sure y'all check out we up to 25 shows, 23 shows, you know what I'm saying? So we doing something right. People around, you know what I mean? I'm saying we, because this is a family affair. Everybody, I always like to make sure I let that be known. Ever since I came into this space, it's been all love. Nobody that I initially met in this space, I've never felt no energy from them. People talk about energy, but I feel like I'm one of those people who are healed enough. We always healing, that I can feel and understand real energy from folks. I can speak to energy. You know what I'm saying? And the people, I know some people will be watching like, oh, you sending a shout out. I ain't sending no shout. I'm just telling you, I ain't say your name. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't no shout being shot. So, you know, get out your feelings. I'm saying what I believe energy to be, you know what I'm saying? And people be saying they feeling energy and they not really healed enough, self-aware enough, conscious enough to even really understand actual energy levels in a room. What you really bringing into that room is your baggage. And you're putting it on everybody else. It stinks. We got to deal with it. You know, that's what I wanted to talk about today.
Energy?
No. It's not how people don't like to clean up no more. Like how people don't like to clean their space. They don't like to clean themselves. I'm noticing that it's like a to me it's selfishness. You know what I'm saying? Because other people got to deal with this. And when you clean and shit is orderly, you think better, you feel better, you can move better. I know that to be fact. So the first thing, like I said, I don't do a lot of current affairs. I mean current issues that's going on in the news. I do watch the news. Although the news is a very rich programming. It's been programming us for a long time, you know what I mean? But now they got Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, a bunch of other social media things that they're using people to actually program themselves. And they're just passing it down, you know what I mean? But, you know, everybody's been watching the news about the brother Tyree. And I don't like talking about these issues a lot of times because people like to, and I know you have to tell the story, and I know we have to tell a correct narrative about what goes on with us. But again, because so many of us are moving for money, for fame, for acknowledgement, because our self-esteem is in question and we want likes and follows. We'll purposely distort a story just to get a reaction. So, and then I got a lot of my brothers and sisters who are honest about what they feel, but they armchair revolutionaries. They'll never get up and do anything. They'll just talk about it and complain about it. And they talking about the right things. They coming up with great ideas and all of that, but they're never going to act these ideas out, or they want somebody else to do it. And then you got black folk who are in position, and they always feel like they're going to lose position. So my thing always be like, well, damn, you really don't care about the issue that much, because in order for you to get this position, a lot of people was willing to lose their position so that you can have position. And I know y'all know what I'm talking about. Not just so much people are willing to risk their lives, but they were willing to risk their livelihoods so that other people, we can push the system forward. And then what we wind up seeing is people get real comfortable, and they try to find excuses of why they can't stand up or why they won't stand up. So a lot of times when things like this happen, people are just talking, and we running down the same, we hamsters running on the jaw. Nobody wants to do anything different. Nobody wants to take that next step. And that next step is, I'm not saying that you got to go out and be shooting and tearing shit up. Not saying that I'm necessarily against that. I'm just going to be honest. Wherever you see people striving for independence throughout history, there was bloodshed. And we've had our blood shed for people to maintain their empirical shit. Look it up. Imperial shit. Like emperor shit. Like what is, I might say I'm saying it, because empirical is like, if I'm talking about evidence, like empire. America's an empire. It's a business. It's not really a country as y'all think it is. It's not even a democracy. It's actually a republic. If you check it out, because the popular vote don't decide shit. Check it out. So anyway, we're in an imperial nation. America has been running shit for a long time. That is starting to crumble slowly but surely. I don't know who's next. I tend to say China is next to be the next empire.
I was looking at, so maybe is this population?
Yeah, it's definitely population related.
India is like 1, 2, 3. I was saying like last week. So India is on this way up. That's what's really like.
Right.
You don't hear about that often.
But that's the thing. The thing about India is they don't have the structures and the systems formulated that China has. And then China did another major thing. China did another, somebody said Russia and China. Mm-hmm. That move in Ukraine was major because that was a thing. And I ain't gonna go too far and act like I'm an expert on foreign policy, but I know some shit. You know what I'm saying? And I've been reading shit for a long time. You know what I'm saying? And I read some people who really know some shit, and they've taught me much shit because I've read they shit. You know what I'm saying? So I heard Dr. Haki Matabuti. Check him out, Haki. I'm a butcher. I'm gonna butcher the last name, but look it up. Haki Matabuti. If you say it to your Google, he'll pop up. And he had a book that he wrote in the 70s about how China was how they was changing the dynamic of how you basically invade a country. Russia has armed ships right outside of New York, and okay. See, this is shit y'all gotta look into, because that, again, that's domestic, that's foreign policy. A lot of people have ships who have navies. If y'all don't know about the seas, there's a certain thing that goes on with the air and the sea, and a certain thing, no fly zone, things like that. It's the same thing in the sea, and you can be at a certain point where it's supposed to be like free sea, so to speak, or free ocean, so to speak. So you can have your ships at a certain point that's not violating the other country's line of demarcation of where we got the free sea at. If you built your country up enough to even be able to demand that people respect any of your lines of demarcation. So the point that I was about to make about China over India is, what China did was they used what they had to become powerful. So because they got 2 billion plus people, they would send like 1 million people to your country. And you would think it's very benevolent. They would come in and provide jobs and build infrastructure. Now they own it, but they would employ your people. They would train your people. But you're coming from a space where now you just look at them as these people are solid, they good, but you don't know that they there to change your economics, to change your politics, because now they become a voting bloc if you can vote.
Did you know that there was an Asian bank?
Yes, they got Asian everything.
In Chinatown?
Yes, they got everything in Chinatown.
Where's our black base?
Hey, now we talking about money and stuff. Listen, you got a vest on, we got guns. We can't be talking about messing with money. Yo. I'm already talking about international politics. That's dangerous. That's the reason why they killed Malcolm and Martin. Because they really started talking about international politics and the transfer of money. And they wanted black people to know that we're international people. Mm-hmm. And you don't have to look to America for your liberation. Mm-hmm. You can look to Africans and other places. We build and connect. That's the same thing Marcus Garvey was talking about. He wasn't necessarily just talking about being a capitalist. I hear some new age Garveyites talking about, he was about the money. No, what he really was about was us connecting with our folks and having our own money. He wasn't just talking about money as in the dollar bill, the American dollar. He was talking about being able to, if you lived in Brooklyn, New York, you're doing business with Ghana. You doing business with Liberia. You doing business with Haiti. You doing business because you could do that in a free market society, which America is. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, this ain't about government and all that. This is about money, the transfer of money. Who controls the money? Who controls the resources? The politics shit is just a fair game for us to watch and get caught up in. You got people who got money who got the same security clearances as politicians, as the president. Look it up. Just because they got money, they got security clearances that if anything happened, they know where all the shit at. They know where to go. They know where the guns at, everything. Look it up. It's common knowledge, yo. Just pay attention to it. So anyway, what China did was they made a Chinatown in every place they go. And I'm going to tell you how powerful Chinatown is. This is the 5th largest media market. I like to let y'all know that, but this is the poorest big city in the country. We doing bad in Philadelphia. Black people don't look like grimy and all that because that's what they want. They look like that because we poor. We not, and then the young folks just embraced it and made it like how they look. Because now if I look a little grimy, see when I was a young boy, it was about having fresh shit on every day. That was something we couldn't keep up with. Because we see once drug money left, motherfuckers was hit again. And the drug money hit us for real. But when I was a young boy, the reason why even how we court women is different. Drug dealer culture said you took care of all your women. That's why it showed you how much money you was getting. If you was driving an Audi, your chick was driving a Sterling. At least if you was driving a Sterling, your chick had a squatter. You put your chick up in an apartment out Westchester, Chestnut Hill. This what you did if you got money. I might live on City Line Ave. I have my chick living somewhere else. That's what money. When baby mama get out the hood, I send her where I send her. And that's how I showed that I was getting money. That was one of the ways that I showed. Fresh cut, new shit every day. I remember me and my brothers that I grew up with, it was this thing where it's like I need to be able to change my clothes every day for 30 days. I need to be able to wear something different every day for 30 days. That's how I showed that I really did this shit. We got to the point where it was like, we don't get dressed for Easter. Bum motherfuckers gotta get, I'm just telling you what we thought. And I'm not saying it was right. Fuck we get dressed for, I get dressed every day. Fuck I look like getting dressed for Easter. I wear this fly shit every day. So we stopped worrying about that Easter shit. And I was doing this at 14, 15 years old. And I'm not unique. I didn't do nothing different. I'm not unique. This shit was all over the city. Crack was all over the city. That's the difference between crack and dope. You know, dope is an epidemic because there's a whole lot of white people going on and all that shit. But crack was everywhere. You fell off your porch in the early 90s to some crack money. It just is what it is. Ask anybody that survived the era. And then that shit dried up and we didn't know what the fuck to do. Those of us that wasn't dead and in jail. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, what China did was they sent their people in a very benevolent way to all of these different places, builded up their community, provided jobs and training, and just kept the ball rolling. So now China got 500,000, 1 million of their people all over the world. And then they at home, they turned their people into laborers. They would build whole encampments, kind of look like prisons. Check it out. And they make everything. Clothes, they make everything in China. But what they were doing is they're using their people as the resource. It's so many of us. I mean, people would be coming from what we would call, like what they would call the bush or the village to go work. And you would go work in these like prison-like places. And you would basically live there. And you would maybe, I think they went like they go home on a weekend and stuff like that. But you'll live here and every day you get up and you go to the factory. And this is when people be saying like, it's human rights violations for factories. China is one of the biggest people when it comes to that. But they so big, y'all can't really check them. You know what I mean? And then a lot of us, we don't want to care. You know, we don't want to care that somebody, you know, is getting treated to make this jean jacket, you know, these jeans, these Jordans. You know what I'm saying? Somebody is getting treated to do that. I understand it. I'm gonna keep it real. Like I told y'all, ain't no money you gonna get in America that don't got blood on it, yo. In order to get your freedom, you gonna have to handle in that blood, and how you gonna deal with that with your conscience if you have one. You know what I mean? So that was just something about China and what was going on. But I want to talk about the brother that got killed by the 5 brothers. You know what I'm saying?
And what's his name? His
name is Tyree Nichols. I think it's Tyree Nichols. Now, something I seen earlier was about, and please, somebody, if you watching, check my facts, because I kind of, but the reason why I don't usually watch this kind of thing, because it's a rerun to me. How we respond and everything is a rerun. The reason why I wanted to say something about this particular brother, and not necessarily talk about him, not saying that he's not important, because he's very important, extremely important. But the thing that I want to talk about, and I talk about all the money having blood on it, I just want this. Every black person that's in position, right? Whatever position you have, and this is not new. I've heard black people say this before, but I hate when people be like, I gotta take off my police cap and get down to it. I gotta take off my robe and get out there. You know what I'm saying? I gotta come out of my professional place and get in the mix. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you to do that. All I ask is be black wherever you at. So if you work, because I seen somebody post something about people be saying they taking a job to get inside the system and then they just become a part of the system, and that's very true. And ain't a lot of spook that said by the door shit going on. I'm just being honest. Most of y'all ain't even read the book. You don't even know how to be inside the system and stand up for black folk. But since we want to say, and we in these places, and we want to say we black, and we can even use black as a way to get ahead at certain points. You know what I mean? Make them be a little more diverse, to get a little position or whatever. And then you get in the room, it's just you. And then you don't say shit about being black. Nothing. Then you want us to be on some symbolism shit. We should just be happy that it's a black person, the CEO of whatever company, racism. You know what I'm saying? Whatever racist company it is. We want people to be okay with the fact that it's just a black person there that's not doing nothing for black people. And I'm one of them black people that believe we all owe it to each other. Because soon as something happened to you, you going to want black folk to stand up for you. I don't give a fuck what you talking about. Mike came to Harlem, was with the Nation of Islam. After he talked about, I don't give if you black or white. But then Tommy Mottola, somebody he knew was racist, if Tommy Mottola was racist, which the system almost dictates he has to be honest. You been knew it, but when you were spending money out your ass and doing whatever you being, trying to be Peter Pan or whatever you wanted to be, Tommy Mottola was cool. But then once you couldn't have that access anymore, now your ass in Harlem with the Nation of Islam. Fucks me up. And that's one of my best examples, because that blew my mind when I seen Mike in Harlem with the Nation of Islam. It just blew my, but black people didn't look at it like that. OJ ain't want to be black. And for me, the real culprit in the OJ job is motherfucking the lawyer. And you know, he passed away. But what's his name? Johnny Cochran. Because Johnny Cochran used race to be the case. He didn't use race to push race forward. Because OJ didn't give a fuck about black people. This is the thing that really blew my mind and let me know that Johnny Cochran was in on it on the bullshit. And became the celebrity lawyer, and everybody act like Johnny was. And I know people could probably look up Johnny's history and be like, no, Johnny did this for black people. Listen, that man went in there and staged OJ's house to make OJ look more black. So when the jury can come through and see, they would think OJ was black so he could really play the race card. Knowing OJ, for me, it was one of those things you probably, if you really was about our people, you wouldn't have took that fucking case. He been wanting to fuck with these people and let them hang them. And I'm being dead ass, that's what I mean. Because OJ said he wasn't black, he was OJ. So why you using all the pain and strife that black people go through in order to get him off the case, and he still ain't give a fuck about black folk? He still cared about what the fuck he was doing with the girl, when it got a girl that looked just like her, which I thought was hilarious. Like, this nigga is crazy. This nigga is crazy. The motherfucker wrote a book and said, if I would have killed her, if I remember it right. He's some crazy shit, OJ. But this is the other thing I understand about the American experience. It drives black people the fuck crazy. And we all get in those spaces where it's like the duality as the boys, another fucking Buckeye. Read about the boys in Margaret Sanger and Planned Parenthood.
Yes, Margaret Sanger. I don't.
Come on in, brother. I was just looking at some of your stuff before I came on the show. I was in an Uber looking at some of your stuff. This brother right here is a vicious supporter of PSA. He posts a lot of stuff in support of PSA. Oh yeah, you get over. Let me give you these here.
Hi, Junebug.
Hey y'all, how y'all feeling? How y'all feeling tonight? What's going on?
It's birthday Eve.
Birthday behavior.
Birthday Eve.
I turned 45 tomorrow.
Birthday Eve.
Oh,
They telling me I look 35, but I turned 45. Thank you, black people. I would like to thank my mother and my father for giving me these amazing genes. You know what I'm saying? And I would like to thank all my ancestors for providing me with knowledge on how to take care of myself.
Yes.
Because that's what I did. I invested in myself for a long time. I almost let this freedom shit get me when I came home, yo.
Oh.
They got me for last year I was acting like a pure asshole to my body, yo. I was in a bar every night. I enjoyed myself though. Eating bar food. We killing people in these bars. Food's so good, but it kills you. It murders you. You know what I mean? When I came home, people talk about a poppy gut. Motherfuckers got beer guts too, because I know people that go to the bar and buy their food religiously. Like the food they eat on a day-to-day basis, they go to the bar. Like, I'm going ahead and get my food. That shit is murdering us, man. That shit is not a treat. The shit y'all say is not a treat is not a treat. Beets are a treat, to be honest. I know it's disgusting, but it's a superfood. Blueberries are a treat. Blackberries are a treat. Fucking candy bars, Snickers, and fucking
Peanut juice. I had a peanut juice.
peanut juice, fucking Pepsi. Those are not. I just wanted a treat. That ain't no fuck. I love French. Yo, I had to back up off them though. I love French fries, yo. And my daughter, oh my god, little girl. And she gave me a run for my money today, yo. We went to a hearing appointment, and she was not. Listen, my baby understand, yo. She might not talk, but she understand, yo, because she did the little hearing test. White lady came out, nurse, her energy was off. They tend to twist the frequencies a lot of times in certain spaces, you know, how they talk to you, and then they be thinking you don't know. And then I'm coming in, I'm a dad, it's just me and my daughter, I don't have no woman with me, so it's like, oh, dad don't know, bitch, I'm smarter than you. And I know for a fact, and you're a doctor, but I know I'm smarter than you. And you're not gonna play with me like that. I don't give a fuck what y'all think about dads, the clumsy, bumbling dad, the dumb shit y'all watch on TV. All these deadbeat ass niggas that got y'all thinking there's brothers out here that don't really know how to take care of their kids. I'm not one of them. And I know a whole bunch of brothers that know how to take care of their kids. One thing I appreciate about all the little brothers that I've met in the last year while I was working at Cornerstone, my thing with them was everybody that got a car seat in their car. And I said it to them. I said, damn, these brothers 20s, 20. I'm not saying they the greatest dads in the world. And sometimes y'all get relationship shit mixed up with dad shit. Because he's not good in a relationship, you try to make it like he's not a good dad. Because he don't fuck with you like that, now he ain't a good dad. Stop playing that game. Please, stop playing that game. Because me and you don't get along, because we thought dick and pussy made us compatible and had a baby, but I take care of my child, don't do that to him. Don't do that. So what I seen was, just about all the men that I'm around, they got car seats in their car. So that spoke volumes. You must have your child at some point, because this is your car, it's not hers. Whoever your child's mom is, and it's a car seat. But then when I started noticing the kids come around, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't necessarily talk. Everybody we can talk about parenting. I'm real big on community parenting, so we can always talk about how we can help raise each other's children better. But don't do that to brothers. And I went to the appointment. The lady's energy was off. And when my daughter, we was ready to go in the room so she can get the ear test where they stick the thing in her ear, she snapped clean out. I ain't going in there. I don't want to go in there. She ain't say this, but you know, she started pulling me in another direction. That lets me know, Dad, I don't want to go in there. But I'm like, all right, maybe I can calm you down. We get in there, she not having it. And then every way that the lady was moving, even though she wasn't saying nothing smart or anything, every way she was moving, I was like, lady. Then she was trying to help me. Don't touch her. She don't want you to touch her. I don't want you to touch her. Just fall back. Then she got upset and basically kicked me out the gym. Well, can you take her? Sure, I could take her in the other room. Because we getting the fuck out of here. And I'm just going to have to find another place to get this hearing exam. It just is what it is. My baby told me I ain't with this shit today. And I rocked with it. I was a little frustrated. She be getting busy, I got the hat on, I'm sweating and all that, put lotion on. You know, whenever I put shit on, it make me sweat. It just is what it is. But we sweating, she crying, I feel bad. Or I'm like, damn, baby, we gotta get this because I gotta be sure that your hearing is good, this, that, and the third. But she wasn't with that shit. So we went on, jumped in the wheel, I let her calm down, and we was on our way. And we gonna figure it out the next time. But she definitely gave me a run for my money today. As her mom like to say, that's her mom's word. She gave me a run for my money today. So I started saying it, yeah. But the thing I want to talk about with this brother Tyree is not so much about, even though today I found out, I read, I'm not saying it's all accurate. Like I said, if anybody is watching and it's something that I'm misspeaking on, because I ain't gonna go too deep into the case. I'm gonna look more into it. But this is a rerun for me. Not saying it's not important, but it's a rerun. So I don't get so hyped up about, unfortunately, about Black Death. I'm just gonna be honest, because I already live this life every day. I'm hyped about it every day. Because your child not being able to read leads to Black Death. Your child not understanding finances leads to Black Death. Your child not being healthy and you're not teaching them healthy lifestyle habits, that leads to Black Death. Your child not being taught proper relationships, how to have a relationship, that leads to Black Death. I deal with this shit every day. I'm on the front line with it every day. I'm passionate about it every day. So when Black Death happens, it's not that I don't care. It's like, this is a rerun and it's something that led to that Black Death that we need to be working on. So those bodies are always important to me. That's why I live my life how I live my life. But when we get this stuff in the media and everybody commenting and all that, the question I always ask myself is, in the day-to-day, are you doing things that's keeping us from being led to Black Death? Are Black people doing that? Basic shit, like eat your vegetables. You think it don't mean nothing, but it mean a lot. Can your baby spell a name? Because we had some situation today, baby, and not spell it. Not today, a couple days ago, and not spell a name. I know how to read. You know what I'm saying? But he bad. That's what everybody keeps saying, so they can keep him over there. But how he get bad? He 11. He not. Like I always say, he ain't been on the planet long enough for anything to be his fault. Somebody got it, and it ain't just the parents, yo. Because at the end of the day, it's adults that come into this baby's life at different parts of the day, different parts of the week, the month, the year. And what are you imparting in this child? What are you doing? When did you get to take a hand and not do this or this? You know, oh no, we can't. We got our resources over here. This is about me and mine. Like, no, you too dirty. You too bad. You curse too much. Oh, get him out. This is what we doing to our kids out here. I see it in real time. Can't tell me this shit. I seen it. And it ain't new. It's just getting worse. Because something else that's happening, I think I talked about this last week, is the state is becoming the parent. And I read about this years ago. You know what I'm saying? How the liberals, who some of y'all still get into this political shit, liberals and Republicans and all that, whatever. But liberals create systems that can become the parent. And now we are at the epitome of that shit. Because the parents done play and they learn how to play, and now the kids know how to play, and then the state is always trying to act like they neutral, like, well, we want the parent to be but the child, if the parent is abusing you, if the parent is, they want the system to just get involved so that the child could just be out there. Because there's a lot of these children out here. There's a lot of them. I deal with them regularly. So the thing that I wanted to say about Tyree before I go on, before I let this brother definitely get busy and tell us what he doing is amazing shit. He told us about it before, and I'm pretty nice at that shit now. Like I got my shit down. I'm trying to tell you, I got my shit down. I be thinking about it. I be in my room like I ain't been able to throw the axe lately, but I'm telling you, I got what's going on. I know what my John is. I got y'all. Next time y'all see me on tape, I'm like, yeah, fucking beast with this shit. Yeah, play with me if you want. It's like, no, I'm just playing because they get stupid about the axes and black people and all that. They gonna hatchet somebody. The motherfuckers who hatchet people don't look like us. I'm just saying. I've been to jail. Motherfuckers don't stab how you think they stab. Motherfuckers don't get busy in that type of personal violence like that. I'm telling you. The shooting shit is a distance. It give you a distance. Ain't a whole lot of birds running up and hitting dudes in the head, yo. I'm not saying that that's what I want to see, but it's a reason why it's not cats that move like that. They'll shoot, cross the street, shoot the car up, all that good shit. And now they got guns that shoot 1,000 shots. So you ain't never got to make it personal no more. I'm going to hit you so many times, you're going to die. But that knife shit, saying that somebody going to get chopped with a fucking axe, that's a different level of violence. And most of these motherfuckers ain't on that. And that, because they African for real. You know what I mean? So anyway, I'm going to say this about the Tyree situation. 5 black cops. And I know y'all like, you know, a lady made a great point. She was like, the blue wall ain't coming for y'all. Y'all was convicted in 19 days. Motherfuckers shot motherfuckers in the back on tape. It took months to get them in front of a judge. Still wasn't trying to fire these motherfuckers, giving them their pensions and all that. Y'all was charged and fired in 19 days. Where's the GoFundMe's? Where is the Republican Party that supports everybody? Look it up. Everybody that shoots black people, the Republican Party say, what about their family? What's going on? They don't deserve this. Don't take it out. And be there for them. I didn't see it. Maybe because we say it enough, they'll step out. They'll poke their head out just to try to prove a point. But y'all know what I'm talking about. But my most important thing about this, right? Wherever you work, yo, as a black person, make sure black people are good. Wherever you work. If you work at McDonald's, make sure they ain't getting fucked up shit. You seen rats and shit running around eating on shit, don't serve that shit, yo. If you know the people at your job is racist motherfuckers, make sure people that come, you keep the job and let them know. Like, listen, yo, I need the job. I ain't got no money. You know we ain't gonna operate. But don't trust this shit in here, yo. As a black person, these people ain't for you. If you work at the hospital, let people know what the fuck going on, man. You see it. If you a judge, stop talking about you gotta take your robe off to appeal to black people. I don't need you to come in the street. Be a judge, be for black people where you sit at. That's where your power at. If you a cop, be about black people. What the fuck they gonna do to you? They gonna be like, oh, he keep trying to look out for the black people. Then what that's gonna make? More black people support you, so when they try to do something to you, motherfuckers gonna ride. Don't believe your people not gonna ride. The reason why they don't ride, because they don't know if you really gonna have them. So when we in these positions, when you in these rooms, stop shitting on your people. Whatever you doing, whether you working with all black people, whatever job you got as a black person, man, make sure black people are good. That's it. You don't gotta go and be shooting. You don't gotta stand on a podium and speak and all that. Nah. Just make sure every black person that come through that door, you make it your fucking business to make sure they cool. I don't care if you work at the bank, the welfare office, wherever you the fuck at. When you see a black face, not only make sure they good, smile at them. Let them know you on their fucking team. That's all I need y'all to. I don't need y'all to do nothing else. You don't gotta report. You don't gotta do none of that shit. Wherever you at as a black person, make sure black people are good. You don't gotta be on this big ass campaign at your job. Just make sure when they come through and you got that opportunity. Yeah, listen, that shit don't really cost that much, yo. Don't buy that shit. Buy that shit from XYZ. Or get this. This is, or these are the deals we got in here today. I know they don't usually tell y'all that, but I gotta make sure my people good. That's all I'm asking you to do. That's revolutionary. But we gotta do it in every position that we end up. You know what I mean? It ain't gonna hurt you. I ain't telling you to go to your boss and be like, you're a racist in it. No, keep your job. But make sure your co-workers, peep them. Even if you don't fuck with them. Because some black people are like, no. But y'all know what I'm talking about. Make sure they good, man. Wherever you at. Whatever job you got, because we do everything. Make sure black people good. That's it. I would love for you to read Haki Matabuti. But I'm giving you a very easy directive. If they come in, make sure they hair cut right, bro. Make sure you put some, you know what I mean? Put some sauce on that shit. I don't give a fuck if it is extra sauce. Give it to them. You know what I'm saying? If you know that shit spoiled, don't serve it, man. Just make sure your people good. Cause everybody else do it. I didn't even want to say that part. I'm tired of saying that part. But that's what they do when they in position. No matter what position they got, that's why I said what I said about China. Cause when they come in your country, they move. That's why it's a Chinatown. And I gotta make sure, because it just reminded me of the point that I was about to make about China and Chinatown. Philadelphia is the 5th largest media market. So media, as in sports, entertainment. Motherfuckers about to go to the Super Bowl. 2 black quarterbacks. First time that ever happened. I don't know if both of those quarterbacks are actually black. I would like to know. And I know people are like, what you mean? You know what the fuck I mean. You know what I mean when I ask that question. So anyway, these motherfuckers, not motherfuckers, the Chinese folks, Chinatown, it's in downtown Philadelphia. Y'all understand gentrification, right? Y'all definitely do. These are people of color to a certain extent. They ain't white people, and white people make sure they know. Now, they might think that they white people to everybody else until something happens, and then white people ain't fucking with us, but they understand that too. That's why they fortify their shit. They couldn't move them out of Center City, yo.
You see what they doing to us all over the city? Moving us wherever they want, sending us all, because all of us is going out Delaware County, if y'all didn't know. That's where they pushing everybody. If y'all looking for black people, y'all like, where's the black people that was in South Philly? They in Delaware County. Where's the black people that was in Southwest? Where? That got gentrified on Baltimore Ave. They in Southwest. They in Delaware County. That's what's going on. So anyway, I want y'all to understand. I was reading this in the news when I was upstate. They was trying to move them to put the facilities there. I don't know if it was the Eagles facility, Phillies, the Fly. I don't know who facility. I forgot. It ain't even that important. But anybody else would have been the fuck gone. It's downtown Philadelphia I'm talking about. These is people of color. And they want a major economic engine to be down there. That's what a sport team is. It's an economic engine for whoever owns it and whoever they got subsidies. It's a bunch of people pulling from it. You probably ain't getting no money off of it, but you get money if you got a team. You getting some money. You understand what I'm saying? And they usually can make shit move however they want it to move because there's so much money involved. And beyond the fact that the sports team has as much money, the people who own it got money. Whether it's a group or one person, it's money there. So when they want shit to move around your city, it happens. They couldn't move them out of downtown Philadelphia, y'all. I wonder why. They couldn't move Chinatown for sports. This is a sports crazy city. Motherfuckers wasn't feeling that shit. Y'all don't want to move for the Sixers. Y'all don't want to move for the, you know what I mean? For the Eagles, motherfuckers was behind it like, nah, them Chinese motherfuckers gotta move. We want this shit to be right here downtown. Because suburban South Philly is not good enough, I guess. And that's why I want y'all to understand suburban South Philly. For those who don't know, it's not just South Philly no more. The other side of Broad Street, that's suburban South Philly. You can see it. It looks like it. So anyway, I just want y'all to understand that power, yo. 5th largest media market, major football teams, major basketball team, and this is another thing that can let you know what the media market is. They cover all sports, and some have 2 teams, 2 football teams, 2 like New York. That's the reason why New York got multiple of the same thing, because it's the biggest media market in the world, damn near. Because they say New York is the city of the world. So I think Cali and New York rival media, because you know Cali got Hollywood. You understand what I'm saying? So that's the reason why you see the Mets and the Yankees, the Brooklyn and the Knicks. You know what I'm saying? Two hockey teams, 2 you know? And Philly ain't far off. We cover all the shit in a major way. Because this is a place people want to play because you can make a lot of money because they have so much media coverage. That's what the media market thing is. Local media is damn near national media in big cities. You know what I mean? So that was a major thing that we should have paid attention to. But the thing about Tyree, man, and I heard today it was some emotional nigga shit. And I mean it like that. Supposedly, one of the cops, his ex works at FedEx. She had children by the young lady. And Tyree must have been dealing with her. And after they did what they did, I think, if I got the report correct, please check my facts. He sent a picture to the girl. And she must have let the news know, like, look, I don't want to be a part of what this nut ass nigga did. And he got these other boys. And then the white cop that was with him, what happened to him? I don't see him in the mugshots. It was a white cop there. But hey, you know, I don't know. Maybe I'm, you know, I got to read it more. Get and check my facts. But it was some emotional nigga shit, man. And I'm good with my emotion. You know, I go on crying tours all the time. Like, I'm good with mine. So I ain't saying being emotional, but y'all do shit like emotional. Why? It's your ex. I don't know what she might have did to you or not did. I don't know. But did that man have to get beat to death because of what you going through with this woman? You serious? 5 black men, and y'all some corny motherfuckers, because I was listening to y'all talk. Y'all like them nut ass COs that used to always be trying to tell me, yeah, man, you know, I was in juvenile detention. Nigga, why you trying to relate to me? I'm in Browns. I'm locked the fuck up. You go home every day. Why are you trying to make that with connect us and make you thorough? That you did shit and get court. I want to hear about your pension. I want to hear about your benefits, the vacation you going on, the new car you just bought, that house you can pay a mortgage on now. I don't want to hear about you used to sell drugs and you from down the bottom. That's nut shit. That don't make you authentically black. That don't make you no fucking man to me. That shit used to burn me. That's how I knew this nigga corny. Like, I ain't gonna play you, but you corny as shit. This thing, I'm doing 20 years in prison. You trying to relate to the nut shit that I done did. To make you thorough, to make it think like me and you got a connection. Read a book, yo. That's our connection. You feel me? But you just said preach, and I do want to get my brother in. I know I kind of spazzed a little bit. I'm okay with it though.
That's what Philly service announcement is.
Hey man, you know, birthday behavior, but I feel a certain type of way, man. That's nut ass shit. Y'all killed that man, cause y'all thought y'all was cops. Y'all thought y'all was a part of the blue. All that nut ass shit. Most vicious gang out here. Yeah, I said it. I know cops. If you want some bullshit, fuck you.
Period.
I got a gang. I don't need you to come protect me. Go ahead, brother.
All right. So, first things first. Good evening, everybody. How y'all feeling? How you feeling, brother?
Listen, man, I'm alive, baby. Really, for real, I'm alive.
It's a blessing to wake up.
And
man.
I ain't high, nothing. Not drunk, not even a little bit. The mic.
Okay. All right. So, how y'all feeling?
We good.
That's what I'm talking about. So, as of this morning, I'm just kicking around and all that, looking through my phone and stuff, and I put up this video of me throwing axes and stuff. If everybody don't know who I am, my name Junebug. That's what everybody called me, but my name Armstead Harris. I'm an axe thrower. Actually, I'm a master axe thrower.
Exactly.
Community ambassador of Philadelphia, certified coach, certified judge. So, not to my own horn, but I could throw 4 different objects 9 different ways and throw it at some different, different feats. So it's a pretty fun thing. But the other day I was playing around, just playing at work and stuff. I went back behind the counter and I threw the axe. And it landed. So I'm like, whoa, hold up. Wait, let me see how far it was. So I see how far it was. I'm like, okay, try again. So I throw again. Out of nowhere, I just say, I'm going to try to aim. So I aim, and I actually hit a bullseye. I hit a bullseye from 38 feet and 11 inches.
Yeah, I just posted that in the story. It probably was already in the story, but I was looking at it again, and I just posted it.
Now, my mind is blown because I'm like, yo, I just did this. But the crazy thing was I didn't record it. So when y'all look at my video, y'all see an axe sitting upside down. It's a black and white axe. That was the first time I actually did it. So the second time, I'm like, yo, I'm going to do it, and I'm going to record this one. So I got my phone in my hand, got it sitting up. So I threw the axe. It landed. It blew my mind when it landed. I'm like, yo, how did I just do that? So, all right, I post a video. I make a video about it. People see it and all that. Cool. Yesterday, I go to work on an off chance. I really wasn't planning on going to work, but I ended up going to work. My GM, we sitting there, we finished working. I do a little bit of content. Now I'm practicing. Now, I said I was just going to go to practice. I didn't say I was going to do no trick shots. I wasn't going to do none of that. I was just going to practice. Well, practice turned into trick shots, and trick shots turned into me hitting an 8-point kill shot from 38 feet. Now, that was like 4.5 rotations. Now, the key to axe throwing is for every 12 feet is 1 rotation. That's if you're throwing an axe standard, going to compete and stuff like that. That's the 12-foot fault line. I went and took it back to where I would throw at 15 feet, and I spun the axe around with the blade facing me. Now, I'm not saying anybody do this because that's not something cool to do. But at the same time, I'm certified to do this. If you're certified, that's what it is. You have the opportunity to do so. But don't do so without such. Or at least as certified coach.
Without getting him to train you.
Yeah. Well,
don't do it without getting him to train you.
Yeah, because I'll make this easy for you.
You make it definitely look easy.
Like, I got a 72-hour program now. I put my name by. I can make you as good as I am in 72 hours. Seriously. I post my man a couple times about how good he was just off the rip. We're right here to Carlita. She was banging out the big axe from the rip. I got content of her that I ain't even post. So just to let you know, like, they've been around. They've been around, and they do this too. But on to what I was saying is, the crazy part about everything that I just found out, I go on the World Axe Throwing League world record page. Now, this is blowing my mind. I'm looking at the records, and I had to look twice. I'm like, what? You got to be crazy. The The world record in the World X Stone League for the longest hit bullseye is 30 feet in like 3 inches. 30 feet and 3 inches.
So the fact that you got it recorded, can you send that to them and be like, or you got to do it in some type of official capacity where like they come out,
yeah, well,
you do it and they record it and then it goes as a
there's an official process and things like that. So I don't believe my video per se would be the official one,
right?
But I ain't gonna lie to you, I could do it regardless.
Right.
I practice for this. Like I got a workout plan that I use to practice just for X Stone, and I do this. There's no doubt about this. Top 5 dead or alive, I do this. Like coaching, I really do it. Trick shots, I really do it.
So how long again? How long you been doing it? How long you been doing access?
Probably about maybe 15 months now. 15 months.
Yeah, y'all thought he was gonna say 15 years.
Yeah,
No.
about 15 months.
This is what melanin does. Look it up again. Look it up. Look what melanin does. It's a book called The Black Dot. I can't remember who wrote it right now, but read The Black Dot, and it will tell you what it will tell you what melanin does. It's not just something that makes your skin dark.
And like for sure, it's no doubt about that, man. He ain't lying. He ain't lying at all.
So, I now this, because I always think about like Chris Tucker. I always think about Chris Rock and shit. And he was like, I'm a race. What do you say? I'm a race man. Like I'm always looking for the racism. I'm always, and sometimes that's how I feel and shit. But then I understand that America is what America is.
True statement.
So I didn't make it like this. I didn't create that. I didn't create that as a system to work for capitalism. Because I like to get for our people to understand that too. It was capitalism that created racism in order for a small group of wealthy people to maintain wealth and pass it down generationally and still be wealthy to this day.
All the business.
You know what I'm saying? And every once in a while, they let a few people get up just to make you seem like the American dream is not a nightmare. They let a Jay-Z, and these people were extremely talented to begin with. So it was like, okay, let's see if he can make it through the shit to make it to the summit, and then we'll allow him in, and then we can use him as the reason for everybody to chase this, even though we know they're not going to make it. You know what I'm saying? And it's not just Jay, it's LeBron, Supreme. I'm not taking away from none of their talent. But Chris Rock also says something about that, where he live on the block, Mary J live on the block, and I think somebody else, I forgot who, but he was like, you know who my neighbor is? It's a fucking dentist. A white dentist live on the same block with Chris Rock, fucking Mary J. Blige, and I hope y'all get what he explaining in that. I had to be super to get here. They could just be them. It's this John when this lady she acts a group of white people. Which one of y'all in the room? I can't remember her name. My brother Saab posted it. I seen it in a couple other places. And she was like, "Who in here?" And it's an academic setting. Who in here would like to trade places with our black citizenry? You know what I'm saying? Nobody stood up. And she was like, "See, I knew y'all was complicit in this bullshit. Y'all know what's happening to black people and act like y'all fucking don't." And that's the same thing Chris Rock says in the joint, where he acts as a white guy like, "Would you like to trade places with me? I'm Chris Rock." And he was like, nah, I'm gonna see how this white thing plays out. And this is a regular guy. You know what I mean? So we gotta be honest about that. And the reason why I asked that, because Axe Throwing is off the beaten path, as they say. Is it something that you feel a lot of racism, like you being the pepper in the sea of salt? Do you feel people like slight you? Do you feel like people try to downplay your quick accomplishment? My bad, I don't mean to line you up like this, because I know you done had conversations.
I know this question.
But hit me off. Tell me what's going on in Axe.
First off, everybody that know me, they know me well enough. I love people. I love everybody. Mm-hmm. I love my people. I love black people. That's a point blank and period. Mm-hmm. So within being the individual who was like, who didn't know too much about what was going on, just around, just being happy to be around. Yeah, I went through a lot of stuff. I went through, I could think of some of the things that I've heard. But see, the thing is, the reason why it didn't stop me was because it was of pure ignorance. A person doesn't understand something, they're going to make a joke about it. And then the fact that them making a joke about it is stupid, because people are not laughing with you. They only laughing at you because you're a jokester. You're not anybody of any substance. You ain't anybody of really any intelligence. All you are is somebody who's of someone's amusement. So that right there is the reason why. Like, I used to stretch and I used to watch people laugh at me. But see, now they see me throw an axe from 38 feet hitting bullseyes and kill shots, and they look at me like, really?
Yeah, they at the crib stretching now.
I've had
you
people,
to know they at the crib stretching now.
bro, I've had people try to actually do my stretches right next to me instead of just asking me like, bro, how do you do what you do?
Cause this ain't
Yeah,
normal.
because your stretches. Have you seen the stretches?
I watched it.
They are intense.
Nah, I watched it.
And
But
they
see,
are gay like.
But see, the thing is, I start off just like everybody else. Like, you gotta understand, I've been fat before. I've been out of shape before. I've been all types of messed up. And one thing for sure and two things for certain, just like I was that, it's just like anybody else can get to where I am. And I don't have no problem with helping nobody get there. The one thing I love to do is help people. That's my thing. It doesn't, if anybody watching this know me, y'all know I'm telling the truth when I say
I'm
this.
I'm gonna tell y'all a story. I called, now me and his brother haven't known each other that long, but like since we met, it's kind of like it's a connection there. Like you could see similarities, you know what I'm saying? How we approach things, how we look at things, how we move with things. You know what I'm saying? And we're very, very appreciative of each other as we learn each other. So my daughter had a flat, and I'm not paying for no tow truck. I'm not giving you $100. I got a tire shop. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, damn, I can't get to the side. I'm not driving right now. So I tell her, look, bring your car around to my house, and I'll figure it out from there. So what had to happen was I also had my youngest daughter, because it was my day. I get my daughter on Thursday, Friday, and Sundays. You know what I'm saying? And we figure out little different things from that. So now I'm not only am I not driving, but I got the baby. So now I tell my daughter, I say, okay, part of your barter. I didn't say it to her like this, but I need you to take her hair out because I don't want to do all that. I don't do hair. It's just not going to happen. I don't even take it out. I'm sorry, because everything feels like I'm hurting her, so I don't even touch it. And then she get in her act, and I can't respond how mom might respond and still be able to do her hair while she moving around and all that. I don't know how to do that. It's not my thing. I'm probably never going to know how to do it. So whatever. I said, take her hair out for me. Boom. She take her hair out. She made a little something to eat, all that. You know what I'm saying? So what I had to do was I had to go to the shop, make sure we had the tire first. Then I had to get the jack, take the jack from the shop to my house. You know what I'm saying? Manual with the drill, because I forgot the drill at the shop, but I had a manual drawn at the crib. I had to take the tire off, take it back to the shop, get the tire put on, take all that, take it back, put the tire on, and then take all the shit back. I called this brother. I said, "Damn, man, I'm out of play. I gotta take care of something for my daughter. Can you look out?" He was like, "Damn, I'm in West Philly right now. Where you at?" I was like, "I'm not in West. I'm at my crib." He came, handled it for me. He even had something to do. So I understood this. The behind time. I'm not late. Because I had something important to do, but he had to pick up his sister from work, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, damn, this is going to take a little bit of time. Boom, go get your sis. Can you come back? Boom, came right back. Came back with his sister, as a matter of fact. You know what I'm saying? We handled the business, and then he took the jack back for me. He was like, bro, you ain't got to go all the way down there, and I'm going to take the jack back for you. You know, like that shit like that means something to me. Because he wasn't acting weird because he was doing it. I haven't got me and him ain't even talked since that day. And it's still, because motherfucker like, damn, you ain't called me. I did all that for you, the emotional shit that we get into. Like, god damn, I appreciate what you did. Like, God, I'm going to do it back. Like, where we going, So it says a lot. It says a lot about him to me because that's something I would do for somebody. I've done stuff like that for people. And didn't make it feel weird. We chill. I probably had some weed or something. I probably went and got some food. We got food. Whatever the case may have been, but we chilled. And I knew you needed it. So you know what I mean? Because the universe gonna give back for that. You know what I'm saying? So that's just something to say. Like, this man came and got me, and I'm sure he got a newborn. How old is the baby?
About to be 5 months in a couple of days.
You feel what I'm saying? He's active. He's involved. I talk to him. He be like, yo, I got the baby. He hear my baby in the background. I hear his baby in the background. Yo, can you do X, Y, Z? Nah, I got the baby. I ain't gonna be able to do this, that, and the third. But we still try to make a way and still uphold the duties that we supposed to uphold. So that might not mean a whole lot to a whole lot of people, but that story means something to me. And like when he said he liked to help people, he didn't think about it. He didn't make no excuses. He never made me feel weird about it. He didn't act like he was doing it, but he had an attitude or I had to give him something in return. It wasn't none of that. He just came through, looked out, and kept it pushing. You know what I'm saying? So And
just to piggyback off of what you just said about that, bro. So I had a difference of opinion a little bit ago. So let me explain this. I'm about us, man. No way, shape, or form other than being about us.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so much about us to the point where I've had people screw me over maliciously, and you know what? I just picked it up, kept it pushing it on to the next person.
Mm-hmm.
Because at the end of the day, man, it's about us. Every group of individuals have the set of code and conduct when it comes to them.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't we got that about us? So I got that. I've been around different cultures. I speak a couple languages and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And I see what they got. I know what they got. I want to mimic that with my people. Mm-hmm. So every chance that I get to do whatever I can for my folks, yeah, I break my neck to do it. And I feel good doing it. Man, I felt good falling asleep in the front seat helping my brother out. Because I'm helping my brother out. I'm not out here being extra. I have a firm belief in, if we all got something to do, ain't nobody out here drilling. Ain't nobody out here dying. Ain't nobody out here robbing. Ain't nobody doing that because everybody got something in their hands and they doing something.
They got something to do.
So if I'm doing the right thing, that keeps me busy to not do the wrong thing. Mm-hmm. So if everybody's thinking about doing the right thing to keep busy, you got less people trying to do wrong. Y'all worried about what we going to do to stop people from killing people. Give them something to do. They took everything from us.
Hold on, let me see. Who is that? I don't know what that name. Why she look like that? With that, you know that? You know those initials? Mm-mm. Why she look like that? Can you expound? Like put. I'm confused. Can you put that under there? Listen. First of all, real live birthday behavior. I always be getting extra time for Took, yo. I appreciate you, bro. I see what time it is. But listen, I want to say something before we be out. What he said is, I had a conversation like this earlier about we have to set a new template for black relations. Yes, we all have hurt each other. We have been taught to hurt each other. We've learned from our oppressors. We don't really know how to have relationships because they have been in every relationship that we have, whether directly or indirectly. You know, whether they telling us culturally we have to move a certain way or they telling us institutionally this is what has to happen in that relationship. You feel what I'm saying? So we can get a little deeper into that, but we don't really know how to have relationships. So the thing that I do two things. One, most of my relationships with black people, I like to always tell this and say this. I have more good to great relationships with black people. I'd have more great. I know y'all be. You know what's crazy, right? I don't even get into all that because that's, you know, I appreciate you though for giving. Did you give me a view? Did you give me an up or a down? I just know that you watched it, so that's goofy shit. But it's cool. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for commenting on our jump. But anyway, I have way more good relationships with black people than I have bad. So I let people know that all the time. And like the brother just said, I always take. I'ma do it. I'm gonna do it first. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna show you like, yo, all black people don't move. If I'm the only one that ever show it to you, fuck it. I'm gonna keep showing it because I know it's other people like me.
Yes.
So I asked that, yeah, I know it's scary because we all think we gonna hurt each other because we've been weaponized against each other. But take that extra step sometime. Even if they getting up, like you just smile like, sister, I don't want no trouble. I love you. You know what I'm saying? However you do it, take that extra step. So just messing with us, who are you? I don't recognize that. Before we get off, let me know who you are so I know you just messing with us. Put it up there.
Because this ain't dead.
And I ain't one of them.
And we ain't one of them.
But listen, y'all. Took, yo, I appreciate you, brothers. I appreciate the birthday gift with the extra time. You know, even though we do this every week, so I don't know why I'm saying that, but I still appreciate it. I appreciate the opportunity. I appreciate you being extremely patient with me and patient with everybody that come up here at PSA. You know what I'm saying? Giving us this platform, dog. I really, you really don't even understand, man, because it's black and you're a black man. You know what I'm saying? You're a black man in a position and they don't think that we do shit like that. And I'm just being real. I know people can start pointing to all these other people, but I'm talking about folks that's like in the margins that make sure black people is good. It's a lot of black men that's doing that and black women.
One thing, y'all, I just want to let y'all know this, please. Please love y'all brothers, man. Please love y'all sisters. Whatever you can do to help. Please help them out. Whatever it takes. I don't care what it is. If it's just an answering a phone call or if it's just opening up the door, please do it because you never know, man. You never know what somebody really going through.
Yeah,
trust me,
real rap.
I was at that point before and somebody helped me.
All right, that's real rap. And I'm going to remember to talk about this on next show because I'm saying it right now. how being dirty and stinking and not taking care of your hygiene in the place that you are around, that's becoming a culture. I notice a lot of people don't like to clean up. They don't like to clean themselves. They don't like to be in the top, hygienic space. That's a word and that's a phrase. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And how that's selfishness. That's selfishness.
Is that what SQPQ was talking about? Was talking about stinking?
I don't know. It might.
He might have been like
when I was talking about the episode about the breath stinking and all that. If my breath stinking, please tell me, because that's me being offensive to you. I'm coming into space, filling up the whole space with bad breath. And then you don't want to say nothing. You don't want to embarrass me. And then if you do say something, you feel how I feel some type of way when I know I didn't do what I was supposed to do. Then make sure my breath was good. You know you didn't brush your teeth when you left out. You might have been rushing. Get some gum. Do something. Your underarms, you smell them, Joe. And that's the thing. When people be like, I know they smell it. There's something that I learned about your sense of smell. If your nose is taking in the smell for longer than 3 minutes, it goes numb to it. So you stop smelling it. So if you're around it without putting your hand over your nose and you just take it in for like 3 minutes, I think it's 3 minutes, then your nose just go numb. You could smell like that. So if a motherfucker underarm stinking and they've been rocking like that all the time, they was in the house smell like when they come out, they don't know they stink. But you should have known that in the crib. You knew you did. You know you don't take proper care of your hygiene. You know it. You know you've been wearing those clothes for 3 or 4 days. And that's like a cultural thing now. Like, it's the whole drug dealer mentality of back in the day. But now ain't nobody making no money. When motherfucker be in the crack house for days, not washing up to get that bread. But then when he busts out, he got to act. And he got all the clothes you can imagine. You know what I mean? But now they done went and just, there's no money. They just not changing their clothes. They only getting dressed on the weekend. And then the weekend shit to turn into 4 or 5 days. But anyway, we out of here, yo.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Happy birthday.
45 was good, baby. Yo, this is PSA, Philly Service Announcement. Takeover Tuesday, Takeover Love, Support, Grace, Social Activism, Resources, and Art. I definitely got some art coming up for y'all in the next couple weeks. I got to chop it up with some folks. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, brother. Glockaware Radio every Tuesday, 5. Check out the Glockaware app. Check out Glockaware on YouTube. All the shows. We all doing our ones and twos as a family affair. Y'all take